All right, welcome to this explainer of the massive Google Marketing Live 2026 keynote. If you're a marketer, a brand builder, or a business owner, you know this event is an absolute behemoth. It's the big one. But hey, don't worry, you don't need to sit there and sift through hours of footage today. We're going to distill this incredible volume of announcements down into a really clear, actionable roadmap that's going to give you a sharp competitive edge for the year ahead.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's the roadmap for today. We're going to break this all down into 6 core pillars. The Agentic AI era, the new AI search, YouTube's performance power, creating assets at scale, the modern measurement playbook, and finally, meet your Ask Advisor.
Let's kick things off with pillar number 1, the Agentic AI era.
So across all of these upcoming pillars, the underlying theme is this absolutely monumental shift in how we actually use technology. Think about it. For the last year, we've mostly just been chatting with AI, right? Prompting it to write some copy, draft an email, maybe summarize a long document. But what Google announced at this keynote is that AI has firmly moved from chat to act. We're now talking about autonomous agents. These are tools that can actually plan, execute, and optimize highly complex marketing workflows, all entirely under your supervision. And this brilliantly illustrates a fascinating economic theory they brought up during the keynote called the Jevons paradox. Basically, when technology makes a resource more efficient, we don't do less, we do vastly, exponentially more. Because agentic AI makes finding information and building campaigns so much easier, marketers and consumers aren't just going to stop working, they're actually going to do vastly more of it.
A perfect example of this exponential efficiency is the brand new Universal Commerce Protocol, or UCP. It's this new, open industry standard co-developed with other tech giants, and it effortlessly connects agents and merchants. Basically, it creates a common language. By allowing your live inventory and your pricing data to flow instantly across platforms, UCP takes a consumer's sheer curiosity and turns it directly into a checkout. It literally completely removes the friction from the buying journey.
Moving right along to section 2, the new AI search.
That seamless kind of discovery leads us perfectly into how consumer behavior is rapidly changing. Because people can now ask absolutely anything, completely naturally. Whether you're using text, voice, images, or even live video, Google's search queries have officially hit an all-time high. People are turning to search way earlier in their buying journey, and they're using it for much more complex brainstorming. Take a query like, I'm looking for a walking pad for my home office, I love hiking, I want it to be reliable and quiet, what are the best options for me? Now, a few years ago, you would never type a full paragraph like that into a search engine, but today, these highly conversational searches are completely replacing those old, fragmented keywords. It allows users to do deep research and make really confident buying decisions at the absolute speed of impulse.
So to capture all this new, really complex intent, Google is using AI Max for search. This connects those long, chatty queries with entirely new ad formats. We now have direct offers that are natively embedded right inside chats, business agents built for real-time lead generation, and these highly curated AI shopping ads. Actually, during the keynote, they showed this awesome example of a search for a home spa scent. An AI shopping ad for a Pura smart diffuser just popped right up in the chat, providing such a high-quality tailored answer that it instantly won over a buyer who had literally never even heard of the brand before.
Now, if you're sitting there wondering, okay, but should I really be leaning into these new AI search campaigns? Well, consider this number. On average, at scale, for every single dollar spent on Google search globally, advertisers are getting an incremental $6 back. That is an incredibly powerful baseline of return.
Next up, Pillar 3, YouTube's performance power.
Look, it's time to stop thinking of YouTube as just a passive video site. With its reach now hitting over 90% of US adults, YouTube has completely evolved into the ultimate full-funnel performance engine. It's where entertainment perfectly converges directly with commerce. So the crucial point here is the sheer difference in how users actually consume the content. On YouTube, you have an engaged view. People are intentionally there, they're actively leaning in, and giving more than 5 seconds of real, undivided attention. Contrast that with the passive scrolling you see on other social media feeds. Those rely on fleeting moments and split-second scroll-bys, and honestly, they're often just capturing intent that was originally generated somewhere else entirely.
And you know what? That active, leaned-in attention translates directly to the bottom line. A recent third-party study showed that Google and YouTube together drive a massive 40% higher return on ad spend, or ROAS, compared to all other media.
Seriously, if you are ever trying to prove the true value of your video spend to a skeptical CFO, this is the exact metric you need to drop on their desk.
To push that performance even further, the keynote dropped some massive platform updates. Demand gen campaigns are expanding over to Google Maps, we're seeing highly shoppable product feeds coming to pause screens and tablets, and a brand new conversational Ask YouTube search is officially testing this summer. We even got to see how brands like Petco and Coach use demand gen right alongside these built-in creator affiliate partnerships to completely smash their performance goals and acquire some incredibly loyal new customers.
All right, on to Pillar 4, creating assets at scale.
To run all of these highly personalized, full-funnel campaigns we've been talking about, you need incredible content. And the data shows that creative drives nearly half of all incremental ad sales. That means you absolutely need to produce it at the pace of your business, not at the pace of a sluggish production pipeline. So let's walk through this rapid workflow enabled by the newly upgraded Asset Studio. First, you just import your product visuals directly from tools like Pomeli. Then you apply your strict brand guidelines. From there, you instantly generate dozens of high-quality variations using the super powerful Gemini Omni model, and seamlessly save and run an automated test against your current ads. It's amazing. This workflow completely eliminates the bottleneck of handcrafting every single variation, all while perfectly maintaining your brand safety.
Which brings us to Pillar 5, the modern measurement playbook.
Of course, none of these amazing creatives mean a thing if you don't know what's actually driving your sales. They joked on stage that measurement is kind of like the broccoli at the dessert table. I mean, it might not be the most flashy or fun topic for creative marketers, but you got to eat your broccoli. It's what powers your AI edge and makes sure your budget is actually working hard. Drawing on some great insights from marketing expert Neil Patel, they laid out a really clear 3-part playbook. First up, data strength, meaning you absolutely must connect your first-party data to protect your signals. Second, causality, using new metrics like attributed branded searches and qualified future conversions to prove what is actually driving the sale. And third, a unified view, leveraging Meridian, which is Google's open-source media mix modeling inside Google Analytics 360. This playbook is what helps you prove the true long-term value of your entire strategy, rather than just frantically chasing immediate clicks.
The financial payoff for establishing this playbook is huge. Advertisers who successfully build their data strength see an 11% average increase in incremental ROAS. They even highlighted this amazing case study where the Royal Bank of Canada utilized AI alongside this kind of robust data orchestration to drive a staggering 76% surge in approved credit card applications. Bottom line, good data equals incredible growth.
Let's move to our final section, Pillar 6, Meet Your Ask Advisor.
We all know that jumping between 10 different AI tools all day is exhausting. So Google is consolidating its agents across ads, analytics, and Merchant Center into one unified, highly intelligent partner simply called Ask Advisor. Because it can automatically generate assets, pull complex analytics reports, and literally launch full campaigns across platforms just by you speaking to it in natural language, the entire landscape of our industry is shifting. Execution is becoming a commodity. Strategy is your new competitive edge. The technical, button-pushing minutia of running ads, that's going to be handled seamlessly by AI. Your unique advantage moving forward will be purely your strategic thinking.
Which leaves us with this final, incredibly provocative question taken directly from the keynote. When do you want to take the guesswork out of marketing? The tools to completely scale your business with Agentic AI are sitting right here, just waiting for your strategic direction. Thank you so much for tuning into this explainer. It's time to start planning your agentic roadmap today, and we'll catch you next time.